Elise!
And I'm Eiley. And today we're going to be making Australian damper bread. Reading from my language arts book for homeschool. In the olden days of Australia, it was common for stockmen to drive their herds and bring only a few things along for cooking meals. They needed to travel light, but they didn't want to starve either. So they often brought flour and salt. As long as there was water, they could mix those three ingredients together to make dough. Then dump the dough straight on the fire coals. This dampened the coals, which is how damper bread got its name. Some people would wrap it around a stick and cook it over flames too. Either way, it filled their bellies and kept them alive. So, we're going to be baking Australian damper bread, as I said. And, we're going to have a contest of whose tastes better.
And I'm the taste tester!
Yes. Say it. This is Apollo, and Elise is using heavy whipping cream, and I am using lactate milk. So, let's see who has the best touch. You need 2 cups of flour first. 2. Okay, your turn. Okay, then we need 1 cup of milk. I'm using heavy whipping cream because I don't like lactate milk that much. Now for 1 cup of milk, you need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, now 1 teaspoon of salt. After 1 teaspoon of salt, we need 1 tablespoon of softened butter. Now, we already cut our softened butter and softened it, put it in the microwave. I'm just going to dip that in there. And then you mix. So, I ended up adding more heavy whipping cream because mine was kind of just like clumpy flour. I added a little bit more lactate milk, not a lot more, not like an entire cup more. And actually, it's not 1 tablespoon of butter. I messed that up. It's 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm putting flour on the table so it doesn't stick to the table. It's kind of... And at this point, heat the oven to 350 degrees. Yep. Now, let's see who does better. Kneading time! So, Eiley, how long do we cook the bread for? 20 minutes at 350 degrees. Yes, 20 minutes at 350 degrees, 25 minutes at 350 degrees, and then turn it down to 325 degrees, and then set your timer for 10 minutes to 15 minutes, depending on how it is, until it's golden black brown. And then our taster begins to taste. Okay, I think mine is kneaded enough, Eiley. Is yours? Almost. It still has a little bit of clumps in it. I cut an X in my bread, or so that pops up very well. It just gives it some design. Oh, this is my kitty. Don't get the cat here. That's why I rubbed him on my elbow. Now your bread shouldn't puff up too much. It should stay about the same size. Well, at least my bread did. You could always double the recipe if you want. But if you cut it most of the way through like I did with mine, you could just pull it apart easily. Okay. Well, mine isn't quite beautiful, but it'll probably taste better. Oh gosh, Eileen. Well, mine's done. We got our bread. It's cooled down a little bit. Now, here we have our time for taste tester.
Eat it.
Paul, which bread do you want to taste first?
Eileen's.
Okay, Mama, you taste Elise's bread first. Yep. Here. Eileen's looks better. Mine's kind of falling apart.
Yeah. Well, actually, it reminds me of those.
Oh, but it smells really, really good.
Reminds me of those rolls I had when we were growing up. Aesthetically,
It smells really, really good.
Eileen's browned. Eileen's, yours browned so much more.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be the way that we cut it. Ooh, butter. Alright.
Pretty hot.
Yes, it is pretty hot still. Tastes like croissant. It's like the texture of a croissant.
But with butter on it.
Kind of. It's much lighter than I thought it would be because you didn't really knead it or like raise it all.
Yeah. Now,
To try yours?
That's really good.
my favorite bread was, I have to say, it was hers. Hello?
My favorite bread was probably Eileen's too.
And not to be rude, but I must agree. Mine was my favorite. Mine is a good dessert bread, though. It would be really good with like strawberry ice cream on it. It's
You mean
very
like vanilla ice cream?
like
strawberry.
yeah. That would be really good. But tell us how your bread turned out in the comments below. Thanks for watching. You can always alter this recipe if